Hi YouTube, this is Total Friends 2. It's another tutorial for After Effects, and today I'm going to show you muzzle flashes. So first of all, you've got to get the muzzle flash you want. So I'm going to go to desktop and the Total Friends folder where we keep all our stuff. And there's a clip in the hostage, and I'm going to get that out, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate with. Okay? And basically it's just Elliot, and he's firing a couple of shots here, and we're going to drag that down and it's going to create a new composition. And if we look, Elliot comes out, gets out with his gun, and will shoot and recoil like that. Anyway, so what we're going to do on the internet, just try and find a picture of a muzzle flash. I've got one like from the internet really easily, and it's this one. So I've got this one called muzzle flash. Go back to where you need the muzzle flash. So here's there's a recoil. Back a bit. There you go. Now drag your muzzle flash onto here, and it'll have a box like that. And there's your muzzle flash. Now I'll change the mode down here from normal to screen, and that will get rid of the black around it. And now press the R key, like I showed you before in the last tutorial, and rotate that so it's rotated good. There you go. Now what you need to do is use this to zoom in. Don't zoom in too much. And what you need to do is make sure that it is only 2 frames long. You can have 1 frame if you want, but once I've had 1 frame before and it's just been missed out when I exported it as a file. So I've got it as 2 frames. There we go. I think it would be better if I did it like this. So there we go. You got those 2 frames. Now, what you need to do, you need to get this layer and just drag another layer right on top, and have it starting in the same position. You need to have it there, and you can zoom out again now. Just make it so it's around the right size of here. Zoom in a bit and get it there. Now press the T key and it'll come up with opacity. Press this stopwatch here and that'll immediately start the opacity there. So if you clicked here, it will the opacity will fade in. Need the opacity here to be at 0. This will fade into 57, then all the way to 100, and lastly back down to, let's say, 24, and then here it will be 0. So that will just fade in and fade out. Now click on this, go to mode here, and click on add. Now that should brighten everything. There you go. That's brightened everything up because the opacity isn't as much there. And what you've got to do, click on this tool here, it says pen tool, and just mask in the bits where the light would actually affect the person holding the gun. So that'd be around his face and round his hand like that. And if you want to be fancy, you can also do some of the background around here, because that would have been lighted up a bit as well. And if you click off his here, that will look really unrealistic, just like a small box. So what you've got to do, press F and it will come up to mask, feather, and just bring the feathering up on all of these to about 100 and something, for 100, around 140, 130ish. And now if you close them down and click on that, it looks much more realistic, like an exact flash. And there you go. Going through there, that looks real. So what we've got to do now, file, import. We've got to import more stuff. Go to your Action Essentials pack, and you've got to have some. Oh, it's probably in the other disk. Smoke. Now on the smoke, you've got to choose one. I'm going to choose this, just a simple wisp 01. And now if you drag this over, it'll immediately won't have anything. Whoops, haven't changed that over yet. You have to change that obviously, and drag this along so that it's lined up, so that when the muzzle flash happens right there, that's when it will first start to appear. Whoops. You've got to select this and find out like where the smoke is going to be, and you've got to get here. You'll rotate it like the muzzle flash, so that it will be in the right position. Get lined up with there. There you go, and that will just be like a wisp, and that will be there. In fact, you might want to move it like a couple of frames that way to make it look more realistic, so that when it's there, like that. And the last one, the last import we're going to have to do, imports and shells. You can choose whatever one you want. 8mm, I'm just going to choose simple, and this is just going to be a shell, and it's just going to flip round and round. Press the shift key to make it the exact size, and that'll be good. And just position it up there, and move this across. Sorry. And that should line up. And press P, and press the stopwatch to do a keyframe, and go to there roughly. That would be down there, to there, all the way down there. And that'll be your keyframing done there. And that's it. So then you'll have to export it, file, export. I always save mine as AVIs because I think they play better. And just save as whatever you want to do it. I'll save it as that. And it's just exporting.